Selma Shell, 111K. The white flag one more time for Johnny Herrera, Frankie Kerr, Greg Hodden, and Mark Kinzer to see if they'll make the A main. Turn 4, looking at the double checkers. From Tempe, Arizona, winning the B main in the Mac Tool 77, Johnny Herrera. Get ready down in 4, bring them on down. Let's go, let them hear it. Wake them up, clear up into Minnesota. Steve Kinzer? What about the little guy from Dover, Danny Lasowski? Sitting outside of him, what about Terry McCarl? And we can just go right on down the line. Yellow lights off, yell for your favorite. They're coming around to that white line, 30 laps, $80,000, Napa night of the Nationals. Who's gonna have the winning team? We're green. Very quickly, Jeff Swindell moves out in the lead, that 7TW Gold Eagle. Steve Kinzer, that Valvoline 11 moves into second. Hillenberg now working on Sammy Swindell. That STP 2 goes into the number 3 spot. Terry McCarl goes up high. He's working on that Hannah Bull Meat Products 1. McCarl, that Jackpot Junction number 5, running 5th. Danny Lasowski on the inside as they both get by Swindell out of turn 2. It's McCarl and Lasowski, the Casey's General Stores Jackpot Junction cars battling for that 4th spot. Your race for 4th. The two of them know this track very well. Danny Lasowski, Terry McCarl. Lasowski with the advantage out of turn 2 on the bottom side, takes over 4th. Your leader in that Gold Eagle, Bayless Auto 7TW, Jeff Swindell. Running second in that Valvoline Maxim 11, Steve Kinzer. Running third in that Richard Petty Driving School STP 2, Andy Hillenberg. Here comes Lasowski looking at Hillenberg for the number 3 spot. Lasowski takes that Mack truck car, or Mack truck sponsored 47 to the high side, looking at Hillenberg for the number 3 position. Terry McCarl, that Jackpot Junction, Forbrook on 5 is running 5th. And Jeff Swindell, that Gold Eagle 7TW, is slowly working into the lap traffic. Now you're raced for 3rd. Lasowski goes to the bottom, looking at Hillenberger's way up top. Hillenberg still owns the number 3 spot. Running 4th is Lasowski. 5th is McCarl. Hodenshield, that Pennzoil 22 is up into the number 6 spot. Here comes Kinzer now taking a hard look at Jeff Swindell as they get into traffic. Going into turn 3, Swindell goes to bottom. Kinzer up top. Swindell's got to move around the slower cars. Kinzer pulls right up behind him. As Jeff Swindell guessed wrong into turn 3, he had to slow a little bit, and that allowed Steve Kinzer to make a run at him. Steve Steve Kinser takes that Valvoline inside of that Gold Eagle 7TW. Steve Kinser slides up to the high side, takes the lead, coming down the front chute. Jeff Swindell staying right with him. That Gold Eagle 7TW, the Valvoline 11, going at it for the #1 spot. Now Kinser dices and dives down the back chute, slipping in the slide, but he's still got the #1 spot, looking for that 10th Knoxville Nationals. Running second and very close to him in that black and gold Gold Eagle 7TW is Jeff Swindell. Running third in that blue STP sponsor #2 is Andy Hillenberg. Running fourth in that white Casey's General Stores 47 is Danny Lasowski. Running fifth, that Minnesota Corn Processing Ethanol 5 is Terry McCarl. Running sixth in that Pennzoil Yellow 22, Jack Hodenshield. Running seventh in that white Bull in Hand, #1 is Sammy Swindell. Got the yellow out. Jerry Richard Jr. stopped over on the fourth turn. Yellow lights off. 11 laps down, coming around, watching for the green. We're green. Steve Kinser, that 11 on the restart, still out in front. He's got that blue and white Valvoline on the high side of turns 1 and 2. That black and gold Gold Eagle 7TW dress. Swindell's running in the #2 spot. Running third in that blue STP2, Andy Hillenberg. That white Mack Housby Trucks 47. Danny Lasowski's running fourth. Now fifth, that Pennzoil 22, Jack Hodenshield. Running sixth, the Jackpot Junction 5 is Terry McCarl. And when Sammy Swindell into the pit area, the 1 car heads to the pits. Your leader down the front chute all alone, the Valvoline 11 of Steve Kinser. The Gold Eagle 7TW also all by himself, Jeff Swindell. Greg Hodnett coming from the back of the field, making a run at him in that 8TW. Hodnett doing a job. He's already by Barry Hill and Jacobs. Your leader is still Steve Kinser, and Greg Hodnett coming out of turn 4 is doing a job from the back of the field in that blue Kelly and Associates 8TW. Your leader out of turn 4 is Steve Kinser in that 11 car. Here comes second place, a straightaway behind him, Jeff Swindell. Now running third, he got by on the high side of turn 4, Danny Lasowski. That Casey General Stores 47 moves into third. Running fourth, the STP2 of Andy Hillenberg. Running fifth, the 22, Jack Hodenshield. Sixth, the 5 of Terry McCarl. And unofficially seventh, Greg Hodnett at 8TW, who started in the last row. Got Bayless and the Bayless Auto, Kelly and Associates, 8TW is on the move. Berryhill, the 97. He gets things hooked up on the bottom side. He gets by McCarl. He taking a look at the #6 spot. Running 7th is McCarl in the 5 car. Your leader through traffic on the high side, down the back chute. That Valvoline 11 of Steve Kinser. Going by the flag stand, running second is Jeff Swindell. Danny Lasowski, that white 47 in turn 2, slowly closing in on the #2 position. Your leader by the flag stand is Steve Kinser. Jeff Swindell is second, and Danny Lasowski ever so slowly reeling Jeff Swindell in. Andy Hillenberg now closing a little ground on Lasowski for third. Hillenberg in that STP2 is running fourth. The Valvoline 11 by the flag stand. 22 laps complete. We have 8 to go for Steve Kinzer. Looking to pick up national win number 10. Your leader, Steve Kinzer. Second is Jeff Swindell. Third is Danny Lasowski. Fourth, that 2 car, Andy Hillenberg. And Hillenberg closing right in on Lasowski for the number 3 position. Now the 9 of Joe Gertie, the 23S of Frankie Kerr, both into the pit area. Your leader over in turn 3, that Valvoline 11 of Steve Kinzer. Second is that black Gold Eagle 7TW, Jeff Swindell. Third is that white 47, Danny Lasowski. Running fourth, that blue 2, Andy Hillenberg. And unofficially up into the number 5 spot, that light blue 8TW, Greg Hodman. Kinzer down the back chute into turn 3 on the high side. On his 26th lap out of 30, out in front. Running second, the 7TW, Jeff Swindell by the flag stand. Third, Danny Lasowski in at 47. Kinzer, Jeff Swindell still running 1 and 2. Danny Lasowski trying to close in on Swindell for the number 2 spot. It'll be the white flag this time. Looking for his 10th victory in the Valvoline 11, Steve Kinzer. Here comes the race for second now. Jeff Swindell, Danny Lasowski, Andy Hillenberg. They're running second, third, and fourth. Checkered flag a-flying to Valvoline 11. Steve Kinzer winning the 80. Shield blows the motor as he goes by the front chute, and the flames come up around him as he gets into turn 2. Hod having the motor let go. Running fourth unofficially, the 2, Andy Hillenberg. And fifth unofficially all the way from the back, if I got it scored right, the 8TW, Greg Hodnett.
All 10 fingers up. Hey. Good job, Uncle Steve.
Well, Jackie's here again.
One of
It's
the
going to be a
best
little bit before we get a chance to actually talk to Steve Kinzer. They're going to CNN television will do it first.
We're down trackside with Steve Kinzer. Steve Kinzer continuing to set records. 10 times winning the greatest race in the world. Is number 10 any sweeter?
Well, it was sweet after the rough week we went through, but I tell you, we're fast here, and we have been. We had a couple years where we struggled here, but the rest of the time we've just been lightning fast here. And I guess anytime you win 10 of these, it goes to show you are. But you know, I always thought I wanted to win 10 of them, but now I'd like to make it the number of the car and see if I get that 11th one.
Steve, a mental condition this weekend. When you guys first came into Knoxville, I know there was a mental problem. You and Carl and several others have felt Knoxville was making it difficult for the good guys to win. Did you have a different mental condition going into the main event tonight, giving you more desire to win this one?
Well, I tell you, the toughest part to win this race right now is to to get qualified and get through the first heat race. It's so tough that if you don't get through that, you're so far back you don't have a chance to win it, Jack.